That's a lot, man. So it's a lot in our culture that we gotta straighten out. I think again what Freeway Ricky is doing, whether it be with his books, his documentary. I just saw him on a podcast. He does have a movie project that looks like it's gonna be real.
That's nice.
The Freeway Ricky story, and he's gonna actually be involved in it himself.
Oh, that's the way.
You know, at least whoever he's partnered with, they're not taking his story. He's actively involved
telling his
story.
Yeah.
You know. What White Boy Rick, you know, I know people want to get caught up that he was a snitch and all that other man. He was a, you know, he was a child when this shit happened.
Jesus.
Man. He was a child and did 35 years, and people who ain't never did a day passing judgment on a guy who did 35 years.
What's the judgment they pass on? What's the judgment
that he was a rat and he was a snitch and the white rat and all of this, and I from what we, you know, Scott and those guys covered the story.
Yeah.
Again, most of what he did, he wasn't even 17 when it was happening. So I mean, we be acting like the.
Let me be honest. If you want to put any real blame on it, it should go to the government.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean I can't blame him.
I mean, that government and his pops. And his pops.
They took a 13-year-old kid, and this is what they did to him.
Yeah. And then when they was done using them.
Which is what they do to everybody.
But right, when they done using you, feed you to the wolves, right?
But we would think a 13-year-old kid.
You would get a pass.
You would something.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a slap on the wrist. Now you're going to do 5 or 10. But 30?
35.
God damn. That's a hell of a slap on the wrist, man. God damn.
But he's doing good now since he's been out. He's helping other people get out. He helped Mozzie's wife.
Wonderful thing.
That he did there. He's helped some other people get out. We carried, I think you gave him a shout. We networking up at the dispensary and you was helping us do some promotion.
Oh man.
His land brand, his weed.
Shit.
And
you're on the map with After Me.
Yeah, big man, little man, shout out to the Curry boys. They got a strand.
See now, them motherfuckers started me to smoking and I ain't even mad. They
we gotta do something.
Got the Curry boys shit. And them boys started me to smoking.
Right. And you gotta check out G and them and BMFs. They're Death by Designer, Black Magic.
I got to go back to the beginning.
You want to try the Curry boy?
At the beginning.
All right.
Them boys is the beginning. God damn it, they need a dispensary named after them. That's how far they go back in the weed game.
That's a fact.
Fuck all that. Yeah. I can tell you they go back 40 years for goddamn sure.
That's about when you ran into the Curry, smoked the. That was some of the first weed you smoked, wasn't it, Curry?
Gold ran all the way on the east side to AC, Tony and Dennis to get that Acapulco Gold, because they was fucking with the Curry boys. Big man.
And little man. That's right. And so that Big man. They just had a thing over their annual party, and again, it's good to see them.
Congratulations, man, and I hope everything is going well for them.
And
all Detroit is there. What about their story? They didn't give up.
No, I hear rumors.
They got a wonderful story.
I hear and they did such a poor job. Again, we've bashed the White Boy Rick.
Their story ain't really been told.
You know, because they didn't do their story justice in that White Boy Rick.
Because they left them out. I mean, they sort of put them in it, but not the real
Curry boy story.
Yeah, not the real Curry.
So they deserve their shine. I mean, just here in Detroit, and this ain't throwing no shade on Harlem. Lord knows there's some real ones out of Harlem. Shout out to brother Kevin Child. Shout out to Unique and all the brothers from New York who doing their thing online. But boy, we got a deep bench here in Detroit, man. Oof. We got a deep bench, man.
That's why all the cameras is here.
That's why all the cameras is here. We got a deep bench, you know, this town here.
Well, let's please be honest. Hats off to Big Meats.
Shout
That's
out.
it.
Yeah.
That's what has put Detroit front and center.
Front and center.
Yeah.
I can't say anything else but shout out to BMF and Big Meech.
Yeah.
That's the number one.
Looking forward to season 3, man.
Yeah.
First 2 seasons, I gotta give it to them. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I ain't gonna hate it all on them. I'm feeling the series. I'm looking forward to season 3.
You can't hate on that one. That one's wonderful. I got to run with that. That's number 1, baby.
Number 1. And it's a lot more coming in. And so now for people doing what we're doing, we no longer have to like try to sell people on whether these ideas work.
No.
You don't have to sell them anymore.
They proved it.
They
Proof positive, baby.
Yeah. For real.
Now it's our time to shine.
It is our time. Who else we want to shout out? You're over still on YouTube at Real True Street Crimes, right, Mr. Jackson?
Yeah, Big Boss. Real True Street Crime and America Real True Street Crime on Patreon.
Right? We want to shout out always to Brother Vino. Vino's Apparel over there on Davison between Linwood and Dexter. Then, of course, right next to Vino's Apparel Shop. You can't miss it. Big letters, Vino. You got Blazing Hookah.
Blazing Hookahs.
You know, you can get all your hookah supplies, plus he does some rental stuff. So, me and the family Vino go all the way back to the Gear Unlimited days over there at 13131 Dexter. Of course, with the smallest of the world, 2 blocks away from Dexter and Leslie, where Esquires used to be, and couple blocks up the street from Jabba the Hutt, aka Tracy and Scott. Shout out to that whole crew. Shout out to Scotty D.
Tracy Sledge, Scott Sledge, baby.
Yeah, and I'm not.
Peace and love.
We ain't gonna be
love.
remiss for a shout out. You need to come on, man. I'm gonna say it again. I don't care who here. Y'all niggas is all right. All love, Mr. Cooper. Shout out to you. Shout out to your sons. Those YBI shirts. We need to all link up, man. We gotta figure some stuff out, fellas.
All I can say is peace and love to all.
Yeah.
Peace and love to all.
That's right.
But yeah, that's something that that whole neighborhood go back so far with us, right? Esquires, the fine memory.
Get some money, man, because the money finna start.
That's a fact.
We're gonna see who want to get some money now. All the bullshit over.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Tubi then opened the door and it's finna get on.
Yeah.
So all that old bullshit, go ahead on with it. Here we come.
There we go. What else we got coming up? We got we're gonna be doing a review on another Harlem legend. Probably it'll be episode 63. This is 62. So thanks everybody again. And if you guys are out there, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. The algorithm just goes up and down and goes crazy. We can tell a lot of people who are watching us, family, y'all ain't hitting that subscriber button. We really appreciate you, of course, viewing. We really appreciate it, though, if you take the time just to hit that subscribe button. We're building this thing, and we ain't going no place.
And if you get a chance, under the the video you're looking at right now, hit that super thanks and drop something to us.
Yeah. What we got? What is it? I'm gonna start being like, since we in Detroit and we Motown Mafia podcast, we gonna be like the Temptation from Motown. I ain't too proud to beg.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm doing good, but I ain't too proud to beg.
I'd be like them begging preachers. Give me $2 now. I ain't. Pay your tithes this week, guys.
That's right.
$2. We ain't even.
But no, really, what is it? It's dollar sign.
Give me 2%. See, I'm gonna give y'all a break. I don't even want 10%. Give me 2%, $2.
We are worthy. Are we not worthy of a tip, as you say, Mr. Can I get a tip?
Yeah,
I always tip big when I went out.
Yeah.
I was a big tipper, so I wouldn't mind a tip, but I was a big tipper.
And this is on a without going all into it, we're gonna start doing some other stuff back again. Money Monday's a black businessman. But for real, fam, we ain't just saying that we think we all. I've been saying we all we got. We all we got, and we all we got. Some might have a little more than others. Some got more than us. Some got less than us, man. But if we win, a lot of people win with us.
Yeah.
Indirectly you win when we win.
That's right.
Because we all come from the same community.
Your kids win when we win.
There you go. Because one day maybe your niece end up marrying my cousin. This is the real world. It's small, man. In the black community, it's even smaller. And if you're talking about here in the D, That's why we all know each other. The town ain't but that big.
I'm a storyteller, and I tell Detroit stories mostly. Now, I tell you mostly Detroit stories, but I ain't ashamed to tell you anybody's story. So I'm a storyteller.
All right.
That's what's up.
And you got 40 years of stories to tell.
Well, I'm looking for 40 more to tell. So you understand, if y'all got some y'all want told, by all means, come over to America, Real True Street Crime on Patreon, and we'd be delighted to tell your stories.
So let me be clear. So you're telling the audience, if they've got some stories, some interesting things that's happened to them or their people in the streets, if they reach out to you, you will open your platform for them.
I would love to do so.
So you guys heard that now.
Information to do.
They gotta give you some
articles. Give me some information. I gotta have news articles. You know, I would love to tell your story.
So see, we practicing as we preach. It ain't never been just about us. You know, when we started this thing, what did we say? We wanted to tell life of people who was in the struggle,
depicting the real stories in the struggle.
Struggle
coming from the streets.
And if y'all don't know what the struggle is, then we gonna work with that. But most of us in the D, when I say the struggle, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
Coming from the streets.
You know, majority of this town, when your grandparents and our grandparents and they all came from either Paradise Valley, Black Bottom, or the North End. It was the only place we was at, so everybody come from
Hastings Street, baby.
All that. We all come from
the baby. Hastings Street.
We all come from the same tree, man. So it ain't even like that. We ain't, and you know, that's why I think, and I appreciate the support. You know, when we go out in this town, the love that you guys show us out there, don't think we take that stuff for granted, man, because we don't.
We appreciate give it back.
Yeah, we appreciate
that.
We appreciate every thank you, every keep up the good work. Don't think that we take that for granted, man, because we don't, y'all. We appreciate it. We appreciate that.
That's right.
But man, Eddie, you know I love you. Obviously, we go back like pancakes and syrup, salt and pepper. So thanks for finding some time to stop in and chop it up with your man.
All the way to Mark Twain, baby. All the way to Mark Twain.
And we didn't even get a chance, the fact that we lived in Southfield when it meant something. We'll talk about that another time. So they can explain to the family out there that I know it's a lot of us out there in Southfield now, but when we be talking about when we lived in Southfield, that ain't the Southfield y'all know about. When we lived in Southfield,
it was Bloomfield Hill.
We had in our subdivision, Northland Garden Loop, we had our own private security. Every night they'd come by and check the locks on everybody's house.
Whoa.
And if you had left the side door open or your garage open, the private security said, "Hey, Mr. Jackson, you know, you left your garage open."
That's right.
It was a different thing. When we talk about police response time, if we didn't turn off the burglar alarm in time, man, in 90 seconds, man.
Well, remember that in that circle you had Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
All of the Miracles.
Otis Wilson, Temptations down the street. Lanier down the corner.
So, I mean...
Owners of Died Down the Shrimp Shack across the street from you. Lanier's, Bob Lanier, and the firm that's
you had the Pies.
The Pie Funeral Home. Shout out to, it's been a long time, but shout out to Kim Pie and the Pie family.
Thompson Transmission.
What was the earlies? Oh, yeah, shout out, man. You know what? And why you bring it up, man? Shout out to Melvin Early and the entire Early family. Shout out to Keith Dean, Brother Ford.
No doubt about it.
That crew there from Northland Garden, they've been supporting us, man. And they've been on our corner.
Man, that's my team. Friends of my life. You number one and Melvin Early is number two.
So yeah, shout out to Keith Dean, the Ford, and Melvin Early.
The red go-kart got there.
Oh yeah, that's right. And we would be remiss, man. We talked to a friend, he's still sitting down. We praying for him to catch a break. Shout out to Spencer Holloway.
Got to say nothing but peace and love to that brother there. That's the one. Brother Spencer, understand that over all the years, I pray for that man to see his way.
We're going to do some stuff on that whole YBI era and Spencer, but he do a break. You know, we've been consistent. I mean, the man is approaching. I just spoke to him the other day. He turning doing 40 years, man. He done paid his debt to society, man.
But I want to say all my condolences to Scooter's family.
Okay,
We
but
got to always remember
anybody who lost a
and
loved one in
hoping
that.
that they might heart get a little softer and say, okay, because the shoe could have been on the other foot.
But knowing that, so just shout out to him and Spencer's part of Northland Garden crew and all those guys from Southfield and girls that was a part of the fantasy life that we had growing up, man.
Well, my life wasn't no fantasy. It happened to be pretty goddamn good.
No, exactly.
I remember
It was a
all
fantasy
of
from
it.
the outside looking in, yo.
Now, you could say that.
Yeah, from the outside.
Maybe that.
Because it's hard for people sometimes to believe. But yeah, that was a joke, but it's not a joke. We lived in Southfield when it meant something. But anyway, with that, Big Lou, we got some other stuff coming up. We got some business stuff. The rest of that stuff we shot in New York, right?
Yeah, we got coming to YouTube and another platform in the Black Business
Channel, right? We're gonna try to spread some knowledge that once we did figure out to get out the game and put the bag down, how we've been able to eat and thrive and survive.
We got the YBI Air Motown Mafia series coming soon.
And I believe you already scheduled it, locked it in. May 12th, is that the date?
Yes, May 12th on YouTube, and you can all watch it for free. My directorial date, well, not really, because it's my second documentary, Making the Mafia.
Wow.
How we actually went about and all.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
baby.
thank you,
Congratulations.
thank you.
That's what it's all about, baby. Moving on and forward.
Oh yeah, you see how this whole thing gets started. It really is the making of Big Boss Filmworks, the movement, the whole situation, and how it all came to be. It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait for you guys to check it out.
And it's just crazy how it's all full circle, right? 12 years ago, I said, let's make a movie, because I had saw a small budget movie on Blockbuster.
Right.
And then we got all distracted, and we was blessed and cursed because we knew some big people, what you guys will all see. So we ended up out in Hollywood and dealing with the Russians.
Mm-hmm.
Then that got distracted, and then
comes
the movie,
right.
And then we're gonna do a movie, but we can't put all the pieces together. We don't even know how it really works. And then we got these big people, Ben Horowitz. Shout out to the big billionaire homie Ben out
What
there.
up, Ben?
We talking to Mike Ovitz and all that, but the dots just couldn't get connected.
That's right.
Then we want to do the doc, and again, shout out to the people at Parliament, Jen and Dave London, and all them, and because they, they deserve
all
again.
All them was out in Detroit, right?
Yeah, you remember the work we did with them.
Yeah, that big red leather chair.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
A lot of work, man. And I just want to say to y'all, so y'all get this too. It's been a lot of free work. I ain't been paid for shit yet. We getting to that part now, but so you all understand when you're out here trying to make it, you ain't gonna get paid for everything you do. Feds magazine don't pay. The interview on Crime Town didn't pay. Everything I've done but YouTube pays a little bit. And Patreon, if I can get y'all to come over there, pay a little bit. But other than that, it's been strictly to get yourself out there in the view of the public and to get you all wanting the story.
Well,
no lies detected. No lies
Every
detected.
penny I have made on Big Boss Filmworks, I have reinvested.
That's true.
I'm telling y'all.
That's right.
And some months with the contributing help we got of some of the other people, because Lou will tell you,
we put everything in it for nothing.
For nothing. On the build something.
It's all on a dream, bro.
And
That's what it's been.
To build something to get us to the
all
point
of it.
that we knew that bringing a 40-year-old story back to life was going to be a challenge. Now we succeeded in that. We made an award-winning documentary. Again, shout out to what Al Prophet brought and what he did with Motown Mafia.
Hats off to American Dope.
It's a classic.
No doubt
It's
about
a classic, and for you guys who don't know, if you haven't seen Motown Mafia, it's available right now on Tubi TV and on Amazon Prime. I'm not saying that the streets of Detroit have said it is the flagship for Detroit.
And I want y'all all to let them know. Let's get together right now. I want all of y'all to see it. Do y'all want to see Motown Mafia 2?
That's right.
That's what's up.
That's the question. do you all want to see Motown Mafia 2? Let y'all brother at American Dope know Al Prophet. By all means, call and tell Al Prophet.
Tell him.
You want to see American Dope 2. Unless he wants somebody else to take it over. But I think Al Prophet should be the one to bring the same story that he started off with, which was Motown Mafia Part 2.
Yeah, well, he gonna do that. We gonna do that. You know, Al gonna be in town next week.
Let the people tell him.
Yeah, let
if
me
he get
listen
enough
to
calls from the people,
it might be a little bit better.
Be like, God damn, everybody calling me, telling me we ought to do another Motown Mafia 2. But then again, stay tuned to Tubi, baby.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah,
lot of stuff.
And if you get a chance, check out the merch we have under on YouTube or at shop.bigbossfilmworks.com. We got t-shirts, new ones coming in soon.
And we're thinking about starting to do some shorts. It's a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. You know, we
getting a pop-up shop together.
Ain't none of us getting younger, and for real, we not playing out there, family. We about to go on and do what need to be done, cause
I agree, but I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna start mock bomb eating, where I tell you a story, sit down and eat, chop up dinner and lunch with you.
Ooh-wee.
That'd be fun.
I'm gonna personally start mock bomb eating. I want to venture into that.
Yeah.
That's another market. You know, it's a nice market.
Yeah.
You know,
plus you think you an amateur chef anyway.
Well,
you a food critic.
I want to take them out to like where we go eat tonight at.
Giovanni's, one of the best Italian
restaurants. I take them out to Giovanni's, sit down and let them
4th
eat
Street,
with
great
me
Italian
Giovanni.
Or go down to New Orleans with your son.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out
Jelani.
to
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Chef Jelani, baby.
Yeah.
And definitely Flowers of Vietnam. I was telling you about.
You should do that.
I want some of them prongs from Flowers of Vietnam, baby. That was delicious. Jelani took me there, Chef Jelani.
It's a lot to
do. The Flowers of Vietnam.
And I think you said something. We were talking the other day, and we're gonna get out of here. Let the people get back to their deal. You know, if this wasn't fun, if I didn't get a chance to link up with some old timers like Doc and Felix and LB and KK and reunite with people like people like, shout out to the Black Dispatch, aka Tommy Sharp. And people like that, and reconnect at the projects and spend some time with my friends. We wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun, man.
No.
That's honest.
That's the truth, man. So we love you guys.
Since St. Mary's a rep for me, getting these cameras and putting all this work in, I mean, it's been a dream, and to actually it's like touching the sun, baby. That's what it's like. I mean, you know, I know the sun is there, and I'm that close to touching it, and I want to thank everybody who supports us, every video we make, everything that we do, and you're behind us. We love you. We appreciate you.
There it is. So that's your man. It's your man, CRB Jr. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It's Motown Mafia Podcast, a Big Boss Filmwork production, episode 62. We love you guys. Shout out again to Mr. Eddie Jackson Jr., a.k.a. he is Eddie Baby at Instagram. He is Real True Street Crimes on YouTube, and he is on Patreon. Big Lou, the other half of Big Boss Filmworks. To all the good people out there, holla at your man. We can make a movie. I was like,
if they can do
this, and it's at Blockbuster. Now, I know nothing about cinematography or nothing. I just watch movies, right? I know nothing about it. I know nothing that you have any interest in films.
No, we were in clothes.
We were
garments.
deep into the retail world and on a whole different grind.
A gentleman in some expensive clothes approached me and said, I'm Courtney Rapper Brown Jr., etc., blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, fast forward 11 years, and we own the $20 million block, French Road and Mac. And this just another chapter in a A lot of
40
really
year saga.
powerful content me and him have done, and talking about the 40-year saga of his and other families here in Detroit doing illegal things and legal things.
You know, you can't talk about that era without talking about the biggest real name of that era, at least around here, meaning where he was in Southfield,
Right.
without talking about Eddie and Courtney.
Yeah.
And at that point, I knew about Eddie and Courtney from reading that famous front page story in the newspaper from my research, but I didn't really know the ins and outs or the particulars. And he started to, school me on it. So then when I had an opportunity to hook up with, the real deal Holyfield, it's like they're gonna color it up even more. And
The rest became history. So.